I wanted to talk about something called championship grit. And what I mean is that when you watch like the sports teams, you watch, I don't know, the Super Bowl, the true competitors and the true winners, they fight for everything. And they don't give up. They don't take no for an answer. And I think one of the most egregious cases in the past couple of years of where we see people kind of slack and they get heavily criticized is actually Cam Newton, who was in the Super Bowl. He didn't die for the ball. And a lot of people question, like, did he really want to win at the end of the day? Like, did he want it enough? And I think it's a telltale sign when your quarterback, your leader, doesn't actually die for a fumble and they lose. And why this is a topic that's been looming in my head is I look at like the players, I look at the past champions, I look at how they played, when they were on these large runs, and ultimately, like what like separated these people that really have been so consistent over the years, and the people that really kind of dropped the ball over the time. In another FGC, the one thing that really stands out for me is Justin Wong, or Daigo. But for Justin Wong, whenever I watch him in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or Marvel vs. Capcom 3, it doesn't matter if he has one character left or his X factor is gone. Like, for me, like, in his head, he knows what exactly he needs to do to win, and he's not going to give his opponent any freedom to just take the match or take the set. He will make... Justin Wong is the type of person that will make you earn every inch when you play against him. And this is so evident because when you watch all these EVO Classic moments where he wins with just Psylocke in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 against Yipes in a match, or was it, sorry, it was Cyclops, or, when he makes all these Justin Wong moments, it's because he doesn't give up and he fights for everything. He's not lazy in anything, and he doesn't give anything for free. And when I look at things in the past and I look at things through history, there's a lot of characteristics about the true champions of Melee. And, right now, I could even say that Hungrybox and Armada are really, really have the right mindset. They hit the right groove. And when you really watch them play, they're not beating themselves up. This is something that Hungrybox would do. Like, he would kind of lazily play some stocks. He would drift into Fox Aerials, and that's something that Mango would capitalize on. But if you really look at how Hungrybox plays right now, like, he doesn't give you anything for free. And the thing that really stands out is when you watch him play, and let's say he's at 100% and the Fox is at 0, you're still really nervous if you're rooting for the Fox because you know that Hungrybox can come back and win. And even if Hungrybox is like 2 stocks behind, you're still nervous because you don't know what Hungrybox can do, and he's not going to give you free hits. He's going to make you work for every inch. And I think that's what true championship grit is. Same thing with Armada. When Armada plays Peach, he plays against another player, he really knows what to do to win the game, to not defeat himself. And they're 2 players that really stand up today where, like, I can't ever really recall them mentally checking out or mentally giving up in a really long time. And I guess you can really say, like, they have the right mindset, they're really into it, and, they really have what it takes to win. And this is something that Mango really had 2 years ago at EVO 2014, that summer. Mango did have this grit about him where he would scrap his way to win. He would find openings, he'd find combos, and he wouldn't play lazy. And that's something we are not quite seeing in 2016 with Mango. I think Mango, he had his win streak, now he has a kid, now he has a nice stream, and in some aspects, I feel like he's lost that grittiness to win matches. And I think in every event when like both players are really high level and they need to play each other out, you need to grit out a few games. Like, you need to like find that magic inch, work slightly harder than your opponent to win these really close, mentally draining battles. And what's happening with a guy like Mango is now we're seeing complacency where it's like, oh, let me just throw out this up smash and hope it works. Let me throw out this lazy aerial that I know better I shouldn't be doing. And I'm not like racking on like Mango's aggression. There's smart aggression, but then there's moments where like Mango will double laser 4 times in a row against King, and you kind of go like, Mango, you knew better than that. Like, and I feel like if this is 2014 Mango, the Mango that like wanted to defend his title, wanted to win MLG Anaheim, and wanted to show himself as like greatly better than everyone else, that same Mango would have adapted and found a way to win those matches, or rather not to not lose and throw those matches. So it's really interesting to just see the dynamics of people now, and I have to give Armada and Hungry Bucks both a lot of props for the level of play they were playing, and it just shows like when they play and how close their matches are and how rarely they throw matches and how rarely they throw leads. Just that they have the right attitude to win and to create legacies right now in 2016. I'm not dismissing Mango at this point. He's still saying that he's learning, and maybe, the type A, like, I gotta kill and win against everybody mindset's not quite there for Mango, because I can imagine that's really mentally draining. To do that for a really long time where you're like hating everybody, you're like, I gotta win, I'm better than everybody. Maybe Mango's past that phase of his life and past that phase of that career. But this further proves to me that Armada's like a machine Terminator thing, and that I think Hungry Bucks, everything has clicked for him right now, and I don't know how long it will be before other people start figuring out his puff, or maybe he mentally gives up. But I think he has the right set of skills and the right mindset to last and be really, really relevant in terms of not just competing but winning events.